Among the great, one stands out as truly. He carries no sacred only a mighty Vajra in. He was the Buddha's divine keeper of the hidden secret. Today, let me reveal this secret. Vajrapani Part 1. Guardian of Shakyamuni. The original form of Vajrapani was the straight Vajra deity. According to the Zhengye, an ancient record tells his standing at the world-honored ones, holding the Vajra, guarding the Buddha always. He was no ordinary, but a mighty king of divine. His 500 followers were Bodhisattva dedicated to defend, protecting. The most moving moment came at the Blessed One's passing. The Vajra guardian was overwhelmed with sorrow. Clutching his Vajra, he wept. Why have you left me alone for nirvana? Whom shall this Vajra protect now? Pure, written across history. The secret manifestation of Shakyamuni Buddha as he holds another. He is Shakyamuni Buddha in hidden esoteric, thus called the secret master. Ancient scriptures explain. The West calls Yaksha the secret one because body and speech hide mysteries beyond knowledge. The secret master is ancient masters. He represents the Tathagata's three mysteries, known only to Buddhas themselves. In esoteric, Vajrapani holds as one of the four attendants. Legend says Nagarjuna entered the southern at the secret assembly, where Vajrapani personally taught him. Dragon with all hidden methods were bestowed by Vajrapani himself. Part 3. One of the three Vajrapani with Avalokiteshvara and Manjushri are known as the three great. They represent strength, compassion, and wisdom combined. Guanyin is Manjushri is with Vajrapani he is the total strength of Buddhas and Bodhisattva across 10 directions. All Buddhas blessed him with unbreakable force. He is the indestructible Vajra body in ancient traditions. He is seen as wrathful compassion in esoteric teachings, one with Samantabhadra. Part 4. Two divine faces. Vajrapani appears in peaceful and wrathful form. Main manifestation. Peaceful forms appear in early, like the 9th century gilt bronze in the Palace Museum. Wearing a jeweled, graceful posture, holding a Vajra in the left hand, radiant like a prince. Wrathful forms came later. Dark blue-black skin, 3 blazing eyes, hair rising like fire, wearing 5 fangs and fierce, raising the Vajra in the right hand. Left hand grips a blazing Vajra chain, a symbol of crushing evil with the protector of seekers. Though fearsome in form, he remains the greatest guardian of practitioners. Before practicing any secret method, first invoke for he subdues demons and grants protection. Part 5. Mantra and Blessings. The sacred mantra of Vajrapani says, Om Vajrapani Hum. Praise this mantra of supreme, subduing all, destroying disasters of water, fire, wind, and may all your wishes be fulfilled. At the final hour, he guides souls to the west. For Vajrapani commands all Vajra protectors, assisting Amitabha Buddha in saving. In Tibet, he is also honored as a powerful master of storms and skies. The life of Vajrapani Bodhisattva, a life of loyalty and unstoppable. He was the Buddha's guardian, the hidden lord of esoteric, the strongest support for all practitioners. His wrath is not hatred, it is fierce. His Vajra is not a weapon, but wisdom that cuts through ignorance. When you chant Om Vajrapani Hum, the blue-black Dharma protector is always by. Among all Buddhists, one is especially he was the teacher of count, yet appeared in Bodhisattva form to aid Shakyamuni. He is the living embodiment of transcendent wisdom Manjushri Bodhisattva. Today, I will introduce this Part 1. His true origin. Manjushri is not merely a myth. He truly appears in Buddhism about 2,500 years ago. In an ancient Roman kingdom, a noble family welcomed a gift. At the moment of his birth, 10 auspicious signs appeared in the house. Rare and radiant omen, lotuses, light filled the world. Thus he was named Wonderful. He later followed Buddha Shakyamuni into monastic life and became a great disciple. Because wisdom shone through him, he was called the Tathagata's form, destined to inherit the treasury of Buddhist wisdom. Part 2. Teacher of the most astonishing title of Manjushri is Teacher of the 7 Buddhas. The Buddha himself once declared that his own enlightenment was made possible through Manjushri. In ages past, countless Buddhas also learned from. Even future Buddhas will arise through his spiritual power, just as every child has parents. Manjushri is called the spiritual parent of all beings. That means, from Shakyamuni Buddha to countless awakened ones, all received wisdom from. Though he had already attained, he chose to return for leading the great through as a Bodhisattva, helping the Buddha teach. Part 3. The Secret of the Sword and Lion. The image of Manjushri is filled with symbols of wisdom. His 5 represents the Dharma Dhatu wisdom, great wisdom of wonderful observing wisdom, and perfecting wisdom symbolized by the sword in his right hand. It is not for killing, but for cutting through ignorance and delusion. The sword of wisdom severs every attachment. In his left hand is a lotus. Upon it rests a scripture symbolizing pure and he rides a lion that roars, pure and flawless, shaking all illusion. With Bodhisattva wisdom, even the deluded can awaken. Part 4. The most fearless way of teaching. Manjushri's wisdom does not always follow ordinary methods. Once, 500 monks doubted the prophet and could not enter its truth. Manjushri raised a sharp sword. Then the Buddha said, Manjushri, there is no need to kill. At once the 500 monks awakened. The sword that kills and the Buddha who is killed are both empty of separate existence. All dharmas are like dreams. No real killing exists. In the most shocking way, he taught that clinging even to Buddhas can become the greatest obstacle. There was a monk went to places of, including taverns and breaking monastic discipline. Everyone wanted him expelled, but when judgment was raised, they saw countless worlds dissolve into emptiness. Then the Buddha asked the assembly, among so many worlds, which one will you cling to? The assembly fell silent. Part 5. The sacred land of Mount Wutai. The Bodhimanda of Manjushri is Mount Wutai in Shaanxi. As early as the Yangping era of the Eastern Han, an Indian monk came to Mount Wutai and built temples there. Seeing it as a reflection of the Buddha's sacred mountain, he asked Emperor Ming of Han to build a temple named Great Fu Hulingju Temple, the forerunner of today's Xiantong Temple. The Huayan Sutra says, Manjushri dwells in the clear and cool mountains of the northeast. Mount Wutai, with its 5 peaks, snow and mist, creates that cool and sacred world. The scriptures also foretell, after the Buddha's passing, Manjushri would appear here in youthful form, teaching for the sake of all beings. Legend says that whoever comes to Mount Wutai may encounter Manjushri Bodhisattva. He may appear as an old man in the mountains, or even within the grass and trees, only to save those with karma. Part 6. The story of the poor girl. There is a famous tale from Mount Wutai. During the northern and southern dynasties, a temple there was holding a great offering. Rich and poor alike were welcomed equally. A poor girl arrived holding a child, with another child beside her, and a dog following behind. She asked humbly for food. Please give a meal for me, my 2 children, and the dog. The master offered 3 portions, but she said, there is also a child in my womb. 1 more is needed. The master became displeased. You are far too greedy, he said. The moment he finished speaking, Manjushri revealed his true form, radiant and majestic. The two children became Sadhana and the Dragon Girl, and he left behind a verse, bitter melon and sweet melon. I had seen through the three realms. From then on, Mount Watai was said to hold Manjushri's sacred trace, a reminder of the Bodhisattva's compassionate appearance. So what is wisdom? It is not high test scores, not clever speech. It is the sword that cuts through suffering. It is the beacon that calls forth truth.